Normal. Fast 1. Slow 1. Normal. Normal. Low. High.
Okay, cool. So this is much better because now I'm able to do this. So I guess I should do an introduction, and I should start with what's up. I am King Bobby, and this is, I guess, I don't know if it's a tutorial or not, but it's me making a character in Soul Calibur 6. This is pretty much what I like to do. It's fun to me. I like to make characters, and I like to make nice looking characters. What I mean by that, and it's not to say that like any character or anybody's characters are bad, so to speak, but to me, in my imagination, I like to make characters that look like, I don't know, you would find them in the games universe, so to speak. Meaning I try to make them as detailed as you would see them like in the disc. I guess that's just my mentality, so I just take my time when I make these characters. So I try not to make any other characters that I see, and if I do, I kind of do it in private because I like to be original. So like if I'm making a character, let's say from Fire Emblem or something, it's because for me making them, especially if they have like a pattern, it forces me to be creative. I'm gonna turn the music off because I've spent too much time in this and this music annoys me. So I'm gonna get started, and I guess with this being the first of this, I don't know if I'm gonna make one or two characters, so we'll kind of just go with the flow. And I'll kind of just talk about like what's going through my mind in the design process, because I like to draw up the characters afterwards, so to speak. And I'm also doing this for my students so that if they want any type of reference for their characters, like any type of 3D models or something, like I'm able to zoom in, not on the crotch like that, that's terrible, but up here on their face. So I can go in and then honestly go as far as going to the viewing screen and then change his expression. So now the character is smiling, and yes, again, we're going at the crotch, and I'm doing this with one hand. If you push square, and then I'm pushing the trigger, so it just goes in and out like that, but it just happens to be down here, so I know it's terrible. Don't judge me. Anyway, yeah, so you can change the expression, so you can make them mad, angry, sad, as they say in there, so it kind of gives you a little bit more, and the game gives you a lot of freedom to do a lot of things with this as well. So I can slow down the pose and then change the background to being like this, and now I can choose to show the weapon and whatnot. Now I can close this and zoom the camera out and have him in different poses, and then obviously close that. So now the students have a place to get character models just like this. And I can rotate the camera, but at the same time, I'm doing this when I make my own character as well. So I do all of this, I look at poses, I take all of these things into factor. And the cool thing is this is all in the game. So you can cycle through all of these poses and then screenshot them. And these are really good references. Everything is in good proportion. The bodies are nicely detailed, and you can change the tone too. So it's not just for men, it's for women too. So before I get started, I can show you that as well. So it's the same thing. Same concept. But we're gonna make a male character. I guess I'll make two characters. I'll make a male character and a female character. But for me, we're gonna make a male character right now. And we're gonna make the character, the main character, I guess. Not the main character, but this is gonna be a character that you would find as, like, give me a moment. slightly congested. And now I am back on the mic. I'm gonna let my music play in the background too, if you can hear it. And then we'll get started. So yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna make a main the protagonist, and I like to take my time with everything, so I start slow. I kind of visualize with the voice. I kind of start them out. But I kind of want him to be like very stereotypical, so I don't really want to go. I mean, this game has a very already anime-ish aesthetic, so I kind of already just play with what the game goes with. Doesn't mean that I don't try to push it, but I kind of just work with what the game has. Excuse me. So this kid, I think he already has a good body shape, but I don't want him to be as two-toned. I don't really know where I'm going with him. It takes a long time. Sometimes I have to throw the clothes on to see, but I'm gonna make this character a rival character to my brother's character. Well, he said his character's name is Isamu, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make him pretty quickly, but I'm not gonna rush him. And Ty, if you watch this later, you can come in and change the character if you'd like. So, and that's my brother. So he made a character named Isamu, and he was like the main character. Not the main character, but to me, my eyes, the way that my brother, he's very creative too, so he was just already had like this main character like look. I don't know how he wanted him to sound, but I know that he wanted to change his voice. So we'll see. But I know Ty, so maybe he told me that he doesn't have any parents, so he was kind of just birthed. He was found, and he had this seal on him that gives him power. So for me, I'm gonna settle. I choose these boots, these pants, because the way that they look, and I just keep what my brother said in mind with this character. So he said that he was born with the mark and a seal. So we have the pants on as the base, and he fights like Siegfried, not because it's your default stereotype, but what my brother said is that he doesn't look like he's the strongest person, but he's wielding this big giant sword. So do what you will with that. I think it's tight. I believe he had this gun. Not this gun. I was just playing Call of Duty, so that's why I said that. So, I guess that's the weapon that he wanted with him. I wonder why though. For me, I feel like if he's someone that has this great power that was given to him, he should wield a weapon that has this, like the ground. Like it already has, to me, the markings that can go with the seal that was already given to him, because he was birthed with that. Sorry, I had the hiccups. And I learned through like just trial and error, it's easier to get like the markings in any type of stickers or any type of scars or stuff that you want to put on your character. It's easier to get it done like before you start to layer them. And I like to piece it together. It just depends on the character. I'm gonna go with the hand because I'm not too sure with what mark that Ty put on there, but to me, in my mind, we don't know who these people were, but the mark that he has on him is just a handprint from a gift from whoever was the person that put this marking on him. So instead of a mark, it's just a handprint from the person that was from where he was birthed. I don't know where we would put it. And let's say that it was like that. You can put it on his like right pec. I feel like that's like the most stereotypical place to put like a mark on somebody, but whatever. And this person has a huge hand, so we want to shrink that. I'm gonna move it horizontally to like that side. Maybe a little lower. So it's kind of like a brand on him. And then I don't know if I like that because it's just like it's so saturated and there's no like I feel like it should be a little bit more like blended into the skin, so we'll go with the more flesh tone. I don't know what that was. I had got a message. Struggling right here, you guys. It looks about right, but I'm not too convinced on it. I feel like I'm giving up on it. I'm trying to get as much of the flesh tone as I can, but I'm gonna alter his skin tone because my brother had him as just regular, just like very fair skin, but maybe he should have a little bit of a tan because and since he has really no place to live, he kind of has a little bit of scars on him. And we'll say we'll put some, and I won't be lazy, and we'll put it on his arm. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's right there. So we're gonna angle it. He's seen some things. That's how this goes. He has his great power, so with great power comes great, I guess, cost and all this other mumbo jumbo. You kind of make it up as you go, but you keep it in mind. But for me, these are some, I'm gonna go with more flesh tone. Some more. I feel like if you do that, they look more risen as opposed to then you gotta have your stereotypical slash on the face. So we're gonna have that on him too. let's angle it like that. And then you want to drop it down. That looks like a very intense, to be honest. You look at that and that kind of makes you kind of feel scared. We'll use that for another character. That actually kind of gave me an idea, but we won't have it so bold and it won't be so big either. And then this is right across, so he was scratched. And we'll move it more to the right. At least, I don't know if that's right, that's the left actually, so we'll move it more like that. So he was scratched on his face. And then, right now I already like to get the hair color down, so I don't know. To me, when you have like very vibrant hair like that, it has a tendency to be very, I don't know, cartoony, so I try to find a good balance of it. But my brother said his hair was white, but we'll go with platinum. I feel like and his eyes are unnatural too because of this. Then we can play with the scars they already have too, so I'll let it be where it was, because it looked fine to me. I can't see it, but then if you're looking at it, I think you can. So maybe I will take the time to make it look right. And what I do want to talk about is the importance of having a reference when you make a character. I think like it's always important to always have something. It's better to have something so that you're always pulling from that. You use your imagination and you have a reference to make your idea come more to life, so to speak. So it just looks cooler so that it looks more like a thought out character. You just play around with different ideas. And just doing that with the makeup right there added more like tone. Kind of looks like this guy that I worked with named Michael. And then we'll darken his eyebrows. But then he's a being. We don't know what he is, to be quite honest. Ty hasn't really given me the story or the rundown on this guy. So to me, when I'm making any type of like character that is unhuman, I give them yellow eyes, because yellow to me is kind of ambiguous. They haven't decided where they stand. His eyes are neutral. Or maybe I kind of feel like they're faint. They have no pigment because they don't know just yet. And then that is how you can create a character, I guess, so to speak. But it just depends on what I'm thinking about when I make a person. So I just play with the color of the eyes, and I'm probably gonna leave them like this. And again, I'm thinking that my brother said that he has the strength, so he has the mark, the print on his chest, so it kind of just makes it easier to kind of build off the armor. So he said he's homeless and he never had a place, like any type of shelter. So to me, he's not going to be a character that's going to have on a fancy like get up, but it's still going to be realized like in a good way. But my brother said he's cool though, so this is the base for him. And he said his name is Isamu, and then watch the badassery come to life, because I'm just good at what I do. So I'm gonna spell his name. I don't know if it's Isamu or Izumu, but either way, I think the name is cool. So that's what we have so far.
I won't hold. This'll be easy.
This voice is cool.
This'll be easy. This'll be easy.
And then you speed it up.
This'll be easy. This'll be easy.
Because he said he's cocky. He's like Hercules. He's humble, but then he's cool. At least in my vision of him. So now that we have that done, it's easy to kind of play. Like I like to play with putting things together. So, the way that my brother had him look on my other account, he just had on these and no shoes and a jacket. And I thought it was cool, but I felt like he could have pushed him like further than what he did. So I'm gonna try to stay true to what my brother had, but then try another idea. That doesn't look bad together. I think sometimes it just depends on how you look at things. I'm gonna make him, like I said, the base of this character, he's like the hero of the game. Like if you were to pop this game in, he's the first person that you play as. That's what we're keeping in mind. But I'm not gonna be lazy. I'm gonna actually put socks on him. And just to kill two birds with one stone, I'm just gonna already go in and change the color of the pants. And I don't like to use oversaturated colors. I feel like a lot of people's problems when they make characters is they like to go and they do this. Or no, here's a better example. Like everything is colored like that, just bright. I feel like there's nothing wrong with it, but you just gotta work with it. But to me, I like to just build the colors, so I'm gonna give him just like some basic looking pants. And then since he already has like this motif, I'm gonna just make it bronze or like some type of gold. Or like something like that. I feel like that's good. And then I'm gonna use a different waist, but we'll make this like a rag, cause like he put this outfit together, so he just kind of has, it was like a torn t-shirt, so we'll make this like, I don't know, like a like that. And then I think the buckles are fine, the color that they are. So there, those are done. And then personally, I hate the socks just being any like type of white, so I always try to just make them like gray-ish so they look better. And then we can still play with stickers, but again, I'm making this like as a tutorial for people to like follow along, I guess, so to speak. And then, but I'm not gonna make this like something super fancy. I'll make another one where I make a really good character. But if you look on my YouTube channel and watch my videos of the characters that I have, you can see. And then he's gonna have on these cuff boots. I realize that these aren't that bad. It's just how you have to have them colored. So far, that's how he looks. And I always come here to always look at how they look at all phases. You can take it off and see like how the phase. I have no pants on him so far, so he's fine. Though my brother had a jacket on him, so. We want to finish off the waist piece. So to me, this one right here. I think this is a cool fit right here. Here's the thing with this hair. This hair to me, it just looks so anime-esque. I'm not like anti-anime, but like I don't want him to look too much like Siegfried, but I think it also has to do with how you pair stuff. If you just stick around and you're patient enough, I always come through with the clutch. He's kind of curated his own armor together. He's kind of just on this kind of journey, so to speak. I think it's good that it's like this. Ty had a jacket on him, so I want to stay true to what my brother had. I always say like the source material, because he had some type of like cloak, like. Because this is what he had on this. Where is it? I don't even know where it's at. It's Maxi's jacket is what I'm looking for, and I don't see it. Oh, because it's probably one of these. Nah, we're not gonna go with this jacket. I just don't like it, honestly. Sorry, Ty. I think it's cool, but this might be cool too, though. And what you can do, because my brother said that he had it white, and this actually looks better because you can see the mark. Because he said it was a gift from the gods, to be honest. That's what he said. Oh, you can't change that, but it's okay. We can change the bottom half now, though, because it takes a lot of trial and error. Okay, that kind of goes a little bit more. I can kind of play with those chains and stuff. It's just these boots are so big and bulky, and that's the problem with a lot of the stuff in this game sometimes. Even that doesn't work with it too. Those are cool too, but I wish I could see. I have all I don't see the comments or anything like that. Even if people are watching or not, I don't really care, so to speak. I'm just making the video just to have this uploaded so you can watch a real-time creation. I know I'm just taking my time so you can see like that I really just analyze and study like what goes together to visualize, because my brother didn't have like any reference, and that's the thing. It's either you can be creative or you can just kind of just make something happen. But you work until you get the outcome. One, 5, 3. Oh wait, I didn't even save it. So 1, 5, 3. And then we're gonna turn these to be dark too, but we'll want to have the inside to be darker. And then we can change the color of the top though. And then the thing with Izumu is he's kind of of a badass though, just because he's on this journey, but he also is a charmer. He's all these things you would think. So nah, this is too much. And sometimes I realize that less is more, like when you create. I'm trying to go for a different design. I'm gonna do something to the waist. You can't really do much with this piece, with this top, to be honest. This is really... I mean, I know it's people keeping me aware, but like I hate when I get these random things of like these messages and then they tell you to post it in like 8 other videos. I don't see how I'm getting a message to myself, but you don't even have to color it any other color because it's fine this way. I mean, we're gonna change those colors. Like, I can put a whole ring on that whole shoulder piece to try to drop the Asian, like not the Asian, but the Oriental motif that is already on it. So what I mean is you can kind of do a numerous amount of things, to be quite honest. So, in this instance, I kind of want to just use this moon crescent to cover up that mouth of the monster, and then it'll be like an accent. So then we're gonna push it this way, and we can rotate it like so. Hopefully it gives you ideas if you actually play the game. And then I'm gonna widen it, and then I'm gonna keep it rotated to get more of the I'm also tired, so if I sound tired, it's because I've been up. And then I'm gonna increase the thickness so that we can get maybe part of the nose, and then push it up. And then pull it down, push it up like that. So it's not on the shoulder. So that's the thing when you are adding pieces to the body. It takes trial and error. So maybe it is the collarbone. I had a feeling it probably was going to be that. It's more that way. And then we're going to rotate it. And if you push both the D-pad and the stick in that same direction, you'll at least speed it up by some of a... Uh-oh, I'm changing the angle now. And that's not what I want to do. That was an accident, so we'll put that back on 0. And then I can move it like this. I got confused by that. I'm gonna get it. Oh, it's not gonna work. I realized that because that piece moves too much for it to stay consistent. Unless I'm giving up, I don't really know. If you can call that giving up, but I don't know how that's gonna work. But I'm just gonna change the color of that because that was confusing me. But yes, I still feel like his mark is visible and we're still true to what my brother said. But what we'll do is we'll remove the holster. I feel like maybe he might have knives. This is a medieval time too, so you always gotta have daggers on you at some point to be able to carve the meat because, I mean, it is survival of the fittest as well. And he also has a gun. I'm not using the gun to have the gun, to say that he uses the gun. I'm using this just to make a pocket, so bear with me. And I'm gonna and there's that for that part. And we have the basic foundation for the character. And now we can do a lot with this. That just depends on the character himself. We can leave it brown, just like that. And the cool thing with this game is they give you patterns too, so you can, this can change many things of a lot of things. I know that sounded funny, but it really can. So you can do this to the same t-shirt, and that looks insane. That looks like a whole nother, like, that looks so cool. That just gave me an idea for another person. But sorry for the brief pause in the my talking. This is cool. I've never even chose to mess with these patterns before, so. Well, we want something subtle. This is very majestic. And then we're gonna change the color because Izumu was a gift from the gods, so. And then we're gonna change the color of all of that too. Make it gold because my brother said that he had gold, but we're gonna do very subtle hints of the gold. Kind of like this 2588. Nah, I don't like that. I feel like he needs to have we'll just do different shades of brown. And then we want to make these kind of 25888. And we'll bring them back to this light one again. Now it's a little bit more consistent because I hate matching, but to me it kind of goes with the t-shirt in that aspect where the black lines are. And then we can kind of play with these and do whatever the hell we want. We can make those red, and that kind of changes it and gives it more of a whole different vibe. So this can be more vibrant. That doesn't even have to be that color, but I like to keep it like that. But maybe because it's already brown, I'll make it a little more saturated so that there's more layers to the outfit. And then when it comes to this pocket over here, I'm going to change it to maybe just darker. I just did it just to have it there. I could look like a variant for Siegfried, but I feel like it's mainly because it's the hair and it's the fighting style, but that's not Siegfried. See, the thing is, if we go with this jacket, like my brother originally had, I'm changing the hair. I'm just not staying with this hair. I'm just not, it just doesn't look right. You know what? This is not Isamu. Or maybe it is. this was the better option. I think we're gonna lose the hood, but I just put it on just to see. Honestly, he actually looks perfect, to be honest. So now that you can check and see how all the layers look. So this is what he looks like when the armor's broken. So you can see what it looks like through all phases of the fight. Maybe we'll change the weapon because it doesn't look so nice. But to wield no sword that looks like that just doesn't look good for him. For me, in my opinion. Like, he's gonna wield... Perfect. It's just these boots. Kinda can use that for something. Not on him though, but for someone else. Anyway. And what time is it? It's now 11. And that is probably that. I think he's done. I don't even want to change the weapon because I think he's actually legitimately complete. And then so for this, we'll just go on and make him hardcore, just like that. And then now we take a picture. I like to do a numerous amount of things. So going back to what I said, I like to make sure that they look like they are a character in the game. So we're gonna do this one more time. So what I'm gonna do with these characters is pretty much make it to the point where my students' characters are gonna be kind of like part of this whole kind of troop. I had it all together. So you guys are gonna see that Isamu is complete. So thanks to my brother, he is now a completed character. I think that's awesome. And now we're just gonna take a picture of him and make him look legitimate, and he's gonna be the first character of this new Soul Calibur universe that I make. So he's kind of like, ha! He got this big ass sword and can nobody tell me nothing. Ha! I'm gonna leave the background just like that, and that is Isamu. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that is a pretty much like thorough look at how you can do that. He is my own custom character that my brother made. We make characters, and you guys are gonna see. I deleted them all because we're gonna start from scratch. So I'm gonna make another character. I'm gonna do them pretty quick. I'm gonna make 2 characters, and they're gonna be similar to them. So I kind of figured out a way to kind of have my own characters and just have an entire roster of like 100. So, yeah. So we'll do that. So the next video, you're gonna see 2 more characters. It's gonna be Remy, and then, well, Remy will come next, but we'll make Looney. So Looney will be like kind of like a rival to Isamu. He's my student, David Gomez's. Oh, I just gave his whole name out there. Oops. You didn't hear that, but he's my student's character, and he has 2 characters. So there'll be a series of maybe 4 characters, maybe 6. Next time you see him, we'll do a character showcase. I don't know if you guys want to see me make all of them, but I'm gonna pretty much do 1 more character after this. Well, when I finish this one, and then we'll be done. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and goodbye.